I like it. So Lianpo, as we all know, with the Burst Ram as well as the Tremor Smash and stuff like that, all of these are CC immune. So he's going to be able to deal with Niap pretty well, and Daqiao as well. The other side, the only other team that I've seen it that I remember pulling out with Butterfly is LGD. So Butterfly, pretty good tank, pretty good damage. They will be going up against a Luna though.
Yep, the Danny special here. It's never a series if Danny doesn't whip out the Luna at least once in this entire matchup. So great to see him showing it in the second game. I mean, that's one of Danny's favorite heroes in the jungle, and she has a huge hero pool. The Dun was probably the most obvious pick there, but you know, Danny decided, hey, let's have some fun. We're gonna pick up the Luna. He's gonna be playing against the Lady Zen, Butterfly, and Marco Polo, and the Luna is gonna be absolutely perfect for that role. You can chase, you can lock down, and Marco Polo has nowhere to run.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of looking a bit spicy for the side of KAGENDRA because VKS do have certain angles of entry into the backlines, which I don't think Kage will be able to deal with, right? Because Lianpo is more of a aggressive kind of support.
Yeah, the Lianpo can't really peel that well after, you know, the stuns and the ultimates. That's all he can really bring to the table. But you've got a Guan Yu, you've got the Luna being played by Danny, and that's gonna be very quickly being able to get towards your backline. And this mid lane, already pushing out the wave very quickly. They're gonna make the rotations up towards top to help the Guan Yu shut down the lane, but looks like they have other things in mind. Niap already scattered up the top, knows that it's a blue buff start for the Butterfly, as it usually is, and they're gonna focus more on towards the bottom now.
Yep, it's a tough situation to be in. Muffa is going to be locked against the wall here, taking unnecessary damage against VKS, but it's not his fault. Mayna actually making the world's difference in terms of the XP, simply because of the smite as well. But more importantly, you know, we want to share our love for Daqiao in the mid, and now you must be able to use the second skill to flee or buff, right? So you must have big situational and map awareness. Skill 2 called See Your Fate. Please, 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 for the life of me, know that when a circle appears on the floor, you're supposed to step on it into it and get TP'd back to base. I'm just tilting over the amount of times people have not stepped in my circle.
Yeah, this version is a bit harder because you have to be in the circle when the timer ends, but in the Chinese client, you can purchase an item which allows you, oh, top lane, never mind, let's hold that thought for now. Niap in trouble, Niap gonna fall, Niap still surviving, oh, he's gonna get a kill, he's gonna get a return kill onto his hands, oh my god, Niap, he's gonna pop his sprint, he's gonna get the hell out of there. What a play there from Niap. They thought they had that in the bag, but Niap just ran circles, literal circles around him.
Yep, what an outplay, and with that, he's gonna have the advantage for the lane as well, the EXP lead, and this is going to be disastrous for the side of KAGENDRA because right now, bot lane pressured as well. What can they do? Nothing much. See a fake gonna be placed down, and one going to TP home. Bye-bye.
Just really toying with their food at the moment is VKS. I mean, that was that top play. They're probably already standing on their feet there. At least Niap is after getting that return kill. But hey, good start here for the side of VKS. Already 1,000 net worth lead going towards their side, and 0-0 on the Marco Polo. That's one of those heroes you don't want to fall behind at the start. It's hard to come back from a bad game on the Marco Polo.
Oh, for sure. And at this point, VKS, they have their number. It's going to be a secondary kill. Muffa is going to be taken down as VKS looks so strong.
Oh no, Mayna in trouble. You don't want to get the reset onto the Butterfly. He's going for more, gets the double. He's going to get another kill. And Niap in trouble. He TP down bottom, but it's not going to be enough. They lose 3 heroes from the side of VKS, and that was probably the worst situation that they could have found themselves in. But hey, Danny is in the fray. He cannot fight the Butterfly at this moment. The Butterfly, after getting 2 kills, the reset is just so quickly, and Danny is just not farmed enough to take it to his face.
I mean, this is such a funny thing, right? Every time we praise a team, they die. So should we just stop praising them or something?
it's like a curse that, you know, casters put on people. I think we should call it the caster's curse.
Yeah, we can. Yep, here going 1v1 against Hans. It's a pseudo one because Wyro is looking for the next target here.
A bit too deep there for Niap. He doesn't have his full bar charge. He's gonna go for the slow. Can he get it in time? Nope, he gets out of there. The Guan Yu just moves too fast, and Weird didn't have his enough items yet to burst him down. But Danny on the other side will be able to burst down the Tyrant. But KAGENDRA will get something for themselves as well. They can get down the Overlord.
Yep, I like the pace of the response, right? Kage is doing really well. Every single time VKS seems to have an advantage, Kage in the early game will always match, buff for buff.
Yeah, that was a good call. Like you see the Tyrant going down, there's no way you respond to defend that. Hey, you go for the next best thing, which is the Overlord up the top. So here comes the ultimate coming from the Da Qiao. Oh, but huge Princess Frost ultimate drop down as well, locking down 2. That might spell trouble for Niap. Niap will fall. Butterfly resets her skills and goes for more. Danny, not a fight you're gonna be in. Another kill going towards the Butterfly. Everybody goes down on the side of VKS except one. And you do not, I repeat, you do not want to feed a Butterfly.
That's right, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Definitely something that VKS hates at this point. And VIVO just showing everyone that KAGENDRA is still in the game.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't see much more of this hero. I mean, she used to be the most banned hero almost every single game leading up to Season 1 and even a few tournaments after that. But she sort of fell off coming towards Season 2. But hey, I'm happy to see her being showcased here in this series, giving KAGENDRA such a huge lead. They get a kill on towards Danny. Oh, that is absolutely huge. Oh, but they get a return though for the side of VKS. Sasser will be able to finish off 0-0. So little consolation prize for the Brazilian side as they look to try and stabilize the game.
Yep, I was about to say, hey, that could be a VKS advantage, but they lost Dani here, so it's a pretty hard trade, and I think it actually goes in favor of Kage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Danny on the Luna. Luna is one of those heroes where she can absolutely take over the game, but the moment she dies a couple of too many times, that's when she feels so squishy if she's not ahead in terms of net worth.
Oh, for sure. Dani now looking at the blue buff. So a Zero Golem going to be taken away. In the meantime, the rest of Kage, look at the map control that they have. They're setting up here. Reverse.
Oh, so much damage onto Sasser. Sasser almost falls to the lady's end, but nice timing from Niap as well as Movers to keep everyone alive. Senko will be the first one to fall. The ultimate coming from Movers, absolutely useless. Not really knocking everybody up, but he will be able to survive and back up for now. And his passive will be able to heal him up to a decent spot. One has been playing phenomenally so far, hasn't really died so much, but you don't really expect the Da Qiao to die too many times. But let's take a look at the fight. Danny got caught out in the lady's end. Here comes Move first, the knockup, and then the secondary right click will finish her off. That was very clean, a very clean kill, and they didn't really have to sacrifice too much.
Yep, so it felt like, Dani was a little bit greedy there. VIVO gonna try and look for an opening here, but it's Mena, right? So I don't think they're gonna get a kill. KAGENDRA now need to establish a little bit more map control because on the bot side, they're suffering quite a bit. Da Qiao as well as Niap gonna be looking to take this, and they should be able to.
Yeah, having the Da Qiao playing on the other side of the map is just so good. It's a fight or flight situation that they can decide on the fly. If they feel good, they can get the numbers advantage by using the Da Qiao ultimate to teleport everybody in. If they don't feel good, hey, we just pop the second skill from the Da Qiao and just keep everyone alive. And one who's taking a lot of damage from the butterfly, almost straight down to half health, but we'll be able to walk away from that.
Yeah, for now it's just about map control. They want to poise and prime themselves for the next neutral objective. This is going to be the Tyrant and the spawning of the Overlord as well. Kage, they need to keep their eyes in check.
Yep, 6 seconds, and VKS has the position towards the bottom side. Luna's already there pushing out the bottom lane. And it's going to be a 5 versus 4 fight because Elaine's a bit too far to join in this. Maybe he's going to be more than happy to take the trade. We're going to get the Overlord and the Tier 1 tower on top. That's going to be what our response to the bottom 5-man is. And that allows KAGENDRA to get something back out of nothing. Oh, you're almost going for the kill there. 0-0, taking a lot of damage from Danny, but a bit too deep for Danny's taste, and they're going to back off.
Yep, so with the Sea of Fate, they get TP'd back home once again. So superior map rotation coming out from the side of VKS. Now it's really up to KAGENDRA. Can they up the pace? Can they make the rotations faster or maybe get a kill or not? Let's take a look at the itemization. So far, the Da Xiao already has a Mask of Agony, probably going to the Holy Grail as well. So he's gonna be even more irritating because he's gonna have technically unlimited mana.
Yeah, I mean the Holy Grail is just such a crucial item for mana heavy heroes like the Heino, like the Da Qiao, who just wants to constantly spam up skills and also keeps her more easier to survive. Drops the ultimate just in case, gets back up in, but the real fight is up here in the top lane, waiting for the Overlord to spawn in another 30 seconds or so. VKS really putting a lot of emphasis to try and defend that.
Yep, it's difficult, right? Because right now, there's so many things that Kage needs to take care of. And KAGENDRA, if they don't play their cards right, VKS can easily take any one of the T1 turrets, maybe even the tier 2s in the top and the mid as well. And that's exactly what they're poised to do.
Yes, they have the Vanguards to push out the side lanes. That means that they are going to be able to pressure the mid. Danny's up there to try and finish off the Vanguard before it reaches the tower, so that's going to be one lane of pressure removed. Bottom lane was already removed there as well by one. That means only the mid is where most people are just chilling around for the moment. A lane going for Danny, or is it Danny going for a lane? Nobody knows who's going to come out on top of this, while they rotate the butterfly over here to try and take the fight. Danny, 1v2 situation. Is this really somewhere you want to dive in? He still has his mark, nice control. A lane pops the death on Sunset, trying to go for Niam. Niam gets knocked up. He's trying to run away. Will be able to. Danny providing a little bit more support, a little bit of crowd control for Niam to back away, and he will be able to walk away with his life.
It's a tough one because at this point VKS have superior map control. They are just peeling and buying time because any time the Da Qiao is away from Danny itself, he is actually able to make a very cross-map and global plays. And at this point of time, Kage, they will lose out on map control. They will have eyes on the Tyrant, but the turrets are suffering.
Absolutely, they still have the the two towers in mid, but here in towards the Tyrant, it's gonna be a tough fight. Who's gonna get the last hit? It's gonna be Danny with the smite. That's a crucial kill theft from the side of VKS, taking it away. And boy, oh boy, one team fight might decide the game yet again here, Kin, as they lose Hans. And this mid tier 1 tower is not long for this world. It's not looking good here for the side of KAGENDRA, as they did manage to just steal away the Rage Sage Golem as well. It will be Sasser having that buff. Oh no, actually it was 0-0 they got the last hit. So a little silver lining there for the side of KAGENDRA, but they find themselves behind in net worth once again.
Yep, it's a tough one to call, right? But at this point, you know, I'm gonna have to be objective about it. I think KAGENDRA is gonna have a very tough game ahead of themselves at this point because VKS, they have hit all of their markers across itemization, across experience, across map control, and at this point, they're stifling the growth of 0-0. So it's a tough one. They need to find targets, and there's no way VKS is going to allow Wyrod to just go into a 1v5 situation and walk away alive again.
Yeah, it's tough right now, right? Butterfly relies so much on her snowball in the early game, and she did get off to a hot start, but the next two fights that happened, Vero wasn't really able to get anything done, and her item progression is falling back. You know, Danny's already at 10,000 net worth, so is Lady Sun. Danny, look at that, 1 versus 4, spots out a bad situation, gets the hell out of dodge, and will be able to survive. Also giving information to his team that, hey, top tower is all for you to take.
Yep, so there's a lot of poke once again coming out from the VKS lineup. Take a look at that, the heroic charge. Every single time lands it, it's going to be a very painful experience for the likes of Kage. They're going to try and chase here movers, just trying to dissuade them and maybe provide some deterrence. But once again, tunnel vision because Danny going to be able to just crash the waves in once again. Danny?
Oh, Danny really playing with fire, playing the front lines against 4. Does so much damage against movers. That means that they should have enough confidence to try and take this tier 2 tower. It will fall in the end, and the Shadow Overlord is alive. That might be where they're making the beeline to. Danny's gonna start it out when Kage is just busy defending their base.
Yeah, Dani and Caesar, the duo of death at this point. Gonna be easy pickings for them. This is going to be the Shadow Overlord going into the hands of VKS. And no wonder they call Key Stars, because what a star-like performance thus far.
Yeah, from all of the key players, absolutely crucial. Danny forgot the blue buff. Alright, he's gonna go back and get it. No harm, no foul. All 3 waves still pushed out. They do have the Vanguards spawning right now, and they're going to try and focus on 2 lanes. They're gonna try and bait KAGENDRA to defend 1 lane and then push down the other at the same time.
Yep, I don't know how they're gonna do it, because they're so tanky on the side of VKS. August Word, they have the Insatiable Tomb, Breakthrough Robe as well, and the Ominous Premonition. It's a hard one. I don't see how they're gonna break the life bars of VKS, especially one on Dani.
Yeah, but not to mention they do still have to save on towards 1 as well. He can send back a player and then just bring him back with his ultimate.
Dani.
Oh, there goes Danny going very deep, trying to finish down Weeraw. But Weeraw is able to survive there. Bottom tier 1 tower does fall. The second wave of Vanguards is out, and this mid lane tower should be the next target here for the side of VKS, as they're still holed up in their base, trying their best to survive. But Ladyson can really just, oh, here comes the death on sunset. 1 actually falls towards 0-0. Niap trying to go towards the backline. Is it going to be enough to bring him down? No, it's not. Hans has to back away from that, but still good defense here coming from the side of Kage. They pick up 1 for nothing, and that will signify the end of the push from VKS towards the high ground.
Yep, they spent all of their ultimates to get down 1. I think that's a pretty decent effort at this point. But can they repeat it again? Because they need to do this at least a few more times. Dani may have gotten caught.
Nah, he's alright. He's a Luna. He's got the buff. He's got his Sage Golden buff. He's gonna give the his own teams to Sasser, allowing her more tumbles, allowing her to deal more damage. And it's getting to a point here, Kin, that, you know, the next team fights, despite this 5,000 net worth lead by from the side of VKS, can still go either way.
Yep, they could if they allow VRaw to come in, but here comes Nyap as well. Oh, the nice block.
Oh, there's too much damage on towards VRaw as well. Muffers will fall together. 2 heroes are down. They're gonna try and go for more. Senko in trouble. Senko gonna fall. Triple kill going towards the way of Sasser. They're going for more. Hans trying to stand his best, but Danny not sucks him back. Drops the death on Sunset, trying to get his best kill. He gets the kill to Sasser. That might be a saving grace. And Danny will fall in the end, has to pop the Sage's Sanctuary to stay alive. He's trying to go for more, trying to go for 0-0, but 0-0 really keeping things alive for the side of KAGENDRA at the moment. 3 versus 2 situation, but VKS just took a little bit too much damage.
Yep, at this point, 1 just playing out of his mind. Severing Surge along with the Leaping Koi Tai, providing so much difficulty for them to jump in. Eye of the Whirlpool going to be dropped down as well.
Yeah, and they're trying to push up the high ground here. Senko is not alive as of yet. 0-0 has to go back to base to heal up. The mid lane is being pushed out there by 1, and they will have the creep wave joining them momentarily. So VKS can continue to breathe easy. KAGENDRA can continue to breathe a sigh of relief as they are still holding on to this game. Danny steals away the Sage Golem buff, and Niap takes the blue away from the side of KAGENDRA.
Well, the saving grace is somehow, I mean somehow, KAGENDRA is lasting the game. It's 17 minutes, they're still alive. Yes, the base is pretty broken, but at this point, they're still alive, right? There's still a chance.
Yeah, and anytime you still take a breath, you have a chance to beat your opponent. But if Danny is able to get this Overlord uncontested, that might be a rough situation for KAGENDRA to come back from, because they already got 2 lanes. That only mid lane is left alive, and they should be sending the Tyrant towards the mid lane to assist them and help them push. And yes, it will be towards the mid lane.
Yep, a Baron base is one of the prerequisites to winning a game in style, and it looks like VKS will keep it that way. Right now, 0-0, he does have pretty decent itemization. He's able to melt down a couple of tanks as well, but he needs a bit more time. And every single time, 1 is making life very difficult because he isn't able to get the roaming gun off at the perfect times.
Yeah, that's how annoying that, you know, this liner can be. Here we go, trying to pick a fight here. Guan Yu towards the back line, but pops the Splendor to keep himself alive is the Lady Zen. But here towards the front line, oh, Hands and Glove damage, a knockup coming from the Lian, pulling so much damage. White Sasser going for a kill, but Muffers barely surviving there. But ultimately, they do still lose the tier 3 tower. They still have 2 Guardians alive, and that might be enough to try and end the game at this point. Trying to take a fight. Does VIVO have anything to say about it? Does Senko have his ultimate ready? Yes, he does. So they're just waiting for the next upcoming fight.
Yeah, dancing on knife's edge here. They can't lose a single member because VKS essentially have a rewind button with the Sea of Fate. And here we go. This is going to be the destructive deluge. They're going to try and lay them down. Danny catches one, but he just manages to poke them away. So Zero fearing for her life, and it looks like VKS make the call. I think let's just go for the Tempest Dragon instead.
Yep, absolutely. Wait for the Tempest Dragon to respawn in 10 seconds or so to secure the game. It is a 6,000 net worth lead going towards the way of VKS at the moment. Kills are 10-10. And it still feels like, you know, they're really being suffocated on the map at the moment. Danny can do absolutely anything he wants and still gets away with it.
Yep, with the Zero Golem buff, he will have faster cooldowns as well as mana regen. So it's important they catch vision as well to see who the target is. Hans gets spotted out by the Radiance here, so they need to be careful on how they approach the fight.
Yeah, they need to make sure that their angle of engagement is all covered. They need to make sure that Sasser is protected. Danny has someone else to go with him towards the front line. So doesn't get any easier from here on out, even if you're VKS right now with a huge lead. One bad fight and that net worth lead can completely flip on its head.
VIVO, I think considering whether he wants to jump onto Nyap or not, hasn't had the best results thus far, right from the start of the game. But we'll see.
Yeah, see in the top lane, Danny trying to take a fight against the lane. A little bit too much damage coming from Danny at the moment, so he can't really try and finish it off. But here in the mid lane, 4 heroes are gathered from the side of VIVO Keystars, while bottom lane is already pushed out all the way to the creeps hit waves, and the Guan Yu is going to help himself out with a red buff as well.
They're playing the map really well. VKS, of course, Season 1 Invitational's champion. They know what they're doing. At this point, it's about finding and forcing them into a corner, right? And VKS very adept at doing that as well.
Yeah, but credits to KAGENDRA. They've still been managed to find farm to hold on at the moment. So it's not the end of the road for them. But with this Tempest Dragon spawning once again, it's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. They are looking like, you know, the Marco Polo is pretty farmed. He's at 16,000 net worth and is pretty much fully slotted right now. Already has the Sage's Sanctuary, but still he can't be the one to go in first, take a team fight. You gotta have someone else to do that specific role.
Yeah, we're looking at the final forms. We have the Winter committed by the 0-0. So this is going to be an important one. If he can get his Fever Barrage along with the Winter activation, it will be huge against the side of VKS.
But absolutely. Speaking of huge, this Tempest Dragon already down to half health. Will the side of KAGENDRA actually go back and defend?
They have to, right? So VKS at this point is they know what's going on. They don't have to complete this. Danny going in. If he can get the kill here, it's gonna be huge.
No.
He's gonna jump in, gets frozen.
Oh, Danny, he still has his Sage's Sanctuary, so he has a second win, a second fight. Will he teleport back to Blaze? The Splendor does get popped. He's looking for the TP. Can he get it off? No, he resurrects once again. TP, no, not enough in time, not in time. Sasser will fall, as well as the side of VKS. They're trying to run away. Mena will be the next kill, going towards the way of KAGENDRA, and things are starting to flip here. The Marco Polo is on fully slotted situation, and Hans has been able to recover
he might be taken down. Yep, they need to be really careful here. Tempest Dragon's gonna be threatened by the side of Kage. So KAGENDRA, but they don't have the damage because at this point Danny is still alive. They're looking for the kill. They get the launch. Danny is down. Kage have done it. Now they just need to finish up the Tempest Dragon, but they don't have a lot of life left.
Yeah, 4 versus 2 situation right now. Nyap and Danny looks like they will be giving it up. Unless, you know, KAGENDRA makes a mistake around here, takes too much damage from the dragon and then just fall.
Yeah, they just need to keep eyes on Nyap here. He's going to have a very important role. His Razor Cavalry as well as a Heroic Charge might be the game difference.
Yeah, and the backline, one gets nuked down. VIVO's going for more, but Muffers will fall. So will Danny and 1. So 2 versus 4 situation once again. The Tempest Dragon at least is still being protected, and saving grace there for the side of VKS is that they are still ahead in terms of all the net worth. Waves are pushing in, and they are more than happy to go towards the late game.
They can't do it, right? There's too much wave pressure, and all of the benefits that VKS have reaped for themselves is starting to show at this point. Right now it's a reset of the situation, so Tempest Dragon's still available. We are hitting the 24-minute mark. Danny now knows he's at risk, right? VIVO can kill him already.
Yeah, just way too much damage. We talked about how Luna is not the tankiest of jungle heroes once you hit that late game stage, and Danny has been really susceptible to the nuke damage coming from the side of Kage.
Yeah, VIVO actually mistakenly showed himself for the lane itself, so he has to clear the wave. At this point, it's a push and pull, right? Seesaw moment.
Yeah, it can go either way. We are reaching the late game stage of Honor of Kings, where one bad fight and the game is pretty much over. And the net worth is basically 0. The difference is 0 at the moment. So it all comes down to the macro decisions, the macro plays, who can execute better, who can take the next team fight better, or who gets picked off. Sage's Sanctuary cooldown. Let's take a look who has that ready already. It looks like at least Sasser has his up and running. Danny also had his. But on the other side, Marco Polo does not has his Sage's Sanctuary up. Neither does VIVO. So, you know, one life. They have one life to play with.
Yep. Interestingly, Movers actually goes for the Howling Wind. They want that extra movement speed. But Movers is not even close to anyone on the team. So I'm not sure how the Howling Wind is supposed to work for them at this point.
Here, Tempest Dragon being attempted here from the side of VKS while also pushing up the top lane. You see they are hovering the Da Xiao around the Luna just to make sure that, hey, if they are trying to contest, we out everybody to the top lane and end the game. If they try and fight us on the top, we'll just go back and fight around the Tyrant as well. So Tempest Dragon as well. So many options for the side of VKS. They're really trying to force mistakes here coming from the side of KAGENDRA. But to no avail right now. They're going to go straight back towards and try and burst it down as quickly as possible because Elaine is not here for the fight.
Oh, 0-0. He needs to make something work. Can he go in for the steal? Where's the butterfly?
Butterfly, oh, he's coming back in. Meina will be the one to get the last hit, so that's gonna be a Tempest Dragon going down. They get the Kyoto's Muffers as well. Muffers, Meina pops the ultimate, trying to go for more, but the flash, oh, here comes the huge damage from the lane towards the back line. He's trying to do the best he can. Then he does fall. Marco Polo doing so much damage. They do lose one more hero. That's gonna be VIVO going down. Oh, but the lightning damage from the Tempest Dragon, allowing Meina to get the final blow on towards the Marco Polo, and this might be it here, kid. 2-0 will be the scoreline for the side of VKS as they take a nail-biter of a win against KAGENDRA, who's just been playing better and better as the series progresses, but it's still not enough. VKS will be one game away from moving on to the top 4.